What's up, everyone? I have my man KaiyoBreeze here. You can say hello.
Hey, what's good?
Today, we're going to be talking about Edo Madara versus Sukuna. Now, I figured that I would bring Kaiyo on because he knows everything JJK. And if you guys are interested in Jujutsu Kaisen, then go check out his channel. He makes amazing content, and the link for it will be in the description, or just click his name in the title.
Alright, so for this versus battle, we're going to be doing Equalization, and this is just in terms of cursed energy and chakra. So the thing is, the cursed energy and the chakra are both going to abide by their own rules and laws of their series, but we're going to make it so that they can interact with each other at the very least. So for example, if Madara has anything that can absorb ninjutsu, then in that case it would also absorb cursed techniques. So cursed energy basically equates to chakra and cursed techniques equate to ninjutsu. Again, they abide by their own rules, but they can interact with each other.
So yeah, to me, I think Madara is bare minimum KCM2 Naruto speed level, while arguably not even trying. He just wants to subdue Naruto, not really like kill him or anything. He doesn't bring out the Susanoo or really most of his ninjutsu. He just pulls out the wood dragon to just, like I said, subdue him and take his chakra. And now we know KCM1 Naruto is probably light speed, as in the data book, the Raikage is stated to be light speed, and we know Naruto dodges him. And then you have KCM2 Naruto, which is a step above the KCM1, of course, and Madara is reacting to him just really easily. So yeah, you have Madara that is really bare minimum light speed.
Alright, now for Sukuna's speed scaling. The thing is, JJK characters aren't very fast, unfortunately. There's three forms of scaling: travel speed, combat speed, and reaction speed. So in the JJK verse, they're not very fast, so Mark 3 seems to be insanely fast in terms of travel speed, and it seems like they might peak around lightning reaction speed, where we see that Jack Barkadi can at multiple instances react to and is completely aware of lightning speed. So at the very least, we can assume that Sukuna at full power is also going to be lightning level reaction speed, I guess. But it does seem that Madara probably takes in the speed scaling, as we haven't seen any crazy light speed feats, at least not yet.
Yeah, so for all we know, Sukuna he still has room to grow. We don't know his full power yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, to start off with Madara, he has the Rinnegan since he is an Edo, and the Rinnegan can absorb any ninjutsu, and since we're doing like the equalized powers and things like that, it should be able to absorb Sukuna's abilities since they're going to be treated as sort of like ninjutsu. He also has the perfect Susanoo that is said to rival Bijou, and it could cut mountains. He has the wood dragon that was pinning down the Nine Tails avatar and the Eight Tails, and it's said in the past that the wood dragon was used by Hashirama to pin down the full Nine Tails. Here's this fan that we're going to let him use in this battle, and the fan can reflect ninjutsu. He also can make at least bare minimum 25 wood clones, and they all can use Susanoo. He has Genjutsu, which it's debatable whether that would work on Sukuna. Also, again, with the Rinnegan, he has the ability to absorb people's souls, which is also debatable whether that would work on Sukuna as well. We also know him to be one of the most intelligent characters in the series. So overall, Madara is just really insane. He's really OP. And yeah, Kyle, you could start talking about Sukuna.
So the thing about Sukuna is he has a lot of abilities, but nowhere near as many as Madara's. So to break it down, his main curse technique is pretty much just slashing, which is actually so fast that for some characters it's pretty much just instantaneous and they can't even see it travel. As for some other techniques that he also has the ability to control flames. Now we don't actually know if this is part of this curse technique or it's from a curse realm or whatever, but at the very least we know he can do this. And these flames are deadly, as they can even light up whole city blocks, and it also looks like a nuclear explosion in the background. One of his main arsenals in this fight is going to be his reverse curse technique, which he has at the highest tier, so a third tier, where he can even heal other people, and he's actually so proficient at it that he accidentally even healed his own arm. Again, by mistake, he just healed it, which is an incredible feat. And other than his reverse curse technique, he also has presumably other techniques that we haven't seen, but again, we can't really comment on that, as we haven't even seen 15 fingers go all out, let alone 20 fingers. But one of his main arsenals, and probably one of his only things that actually gives him a chance, is his domain expansion. Now his domain expansion is actually very unique, as it's a barrierless technique, and it's very, very skilled to even do this. As we saw, even Tengen was very impressed and called it just an amazing feat. And the thing is, it's a guaranteed hit as well.
So yeah, that's their general abilities. So how do you think that those two would interact, like with the Genjutsu and the Rinnegan and things of that nature?
I think so. We actually discussed this before we started even recording, and I guess maybe it's possible that the Genjutsu wouldn't work because Sukuna has like a really good idea of his innate domain, like his own soul, because he is an incarnated person, and as we've seen, some characters are aware of their souls. I mean, it does appear that he's one of those characters, kind of like Maki, Daido, and Mio, who are just very aware of their own souls to a crazy extent. You know, there are a lot of win cons for Madara if you actually want to get into it. I mean, speed-wise, strength-wise.
He has it all, really. He has the perfect Susanoo, which, you know, is just, it would demolish Sukuna. And he also has his just insane speed, which is just not, it's not comparable to JJK characters at all, at least right now in the series. You know, maybe Gege just gives them insane feats later on, but for right now, it's just insane, the difference. And he would be able to speed blitz him if he just wanted to kill him. But how do you think that his reverse curse technique would hold up?
I think that's what's gonna give him the benefit. Maybe Madara goes for a kill shot and he doesn't realize Sukuna can heal, so you know, that's because he's gonna be able to heal a lot, so it's gonna help him a lot. But I think something else that I can't remember if we actually mentioned this in the beginning, but it's not gonna be an instant win for Madara, because if he's in his Edo, you know, Sukuna has no way of sealing him. I think we're gonna make it so it's the Edo version, but he can be killed at the very least to make it fair, even somewhat. Other than that, Sukuna can't seal him. So
because we were talking about this, and the Jubi versions of Madara are just really insane. Even the Alive version with him just literally wiping all of the Bijou. So that's just not fair to Sukuna, in my opinion. And still, even now, I guess it isn't fair, but it's really like the lowest version of Madara we could go to.
I mean, we could go to the version of Madara in the Hashirama flashback, the kid version.
Like, you never know. Kid Kakashi was cutting lightning, so he might he might still hold up against Sukuna.
Maybe. But I guess then there is the one win condition that Sukuna has, and it's possible. It's if Madara is killable. It's his domain expansion. So pretty much this domain just creates an unholy amount of slashes, like to the point it's genuinely like a nuke. If you see it, it just deletes everything within its radius. It doesn't matter if it's a whole city, it just gets deleted. And the thing is, the way domain guaranteed hit works is they actually spawn on their opponent. Like, that's where they're generated. It's kind of like they just appear there, so it's like it instantly hits them. You can't dodge it. So in theory, right, it should even hit Madara if he has his Susanoo out. Then again, there's the Rinnegan, which, hey, if you want to get into that, you know.
Like Kyle said, it should, you know, in theory, pass by his Susanoo. But, you know, even if he just like switches over to the Rinnegan real quick, he can absorb all of the ninjutsu, or in this case, just Sukuna's attacks, which, you know, we're equalizing it. So he should be able to absorb them.
Yeah, because the Rinnegan can absorb all ninjutsu, and because of the equalization, curse techniques count as ninjutsu. So, I mean, maybe if he catches him off guard when it's sharp, because he needs time to switch from Sharingan to Rinnegan, maybe he could, I don't know, instantly cut his head off. Probably not though.
If you're like the average anime like viewer, you might think that these two are comparable, but when you really get into like the nitty gritty of it, it's just not the same.
I mean, I think it would be an interesting fight. I mean, imagine Madara, you know, he spawns a meteor and Sukuna cuts it in half. That would be pretty dope. Dialogue between the two would be pretty cool.
Yeah, the dialogue would go crazy between these two. They're both him. They're both bosses.
And again, just to clarify, we haven't seen Sukuna at the max, so he most likely has the reversal of his curse technique. Maybe he has other forms, so he has flames, so maybe he has other elements. Or hey, maybe he's light speed, and okay, I'm just absolutely theorizing at this point, but just to be fair, we haven't seen the full extent. I mean, we don't even know what his spear does, so if he has any forms of hacks that are even close to Gojo's at full power, then he might stand a chance.
Yeah, so as you can see, Madara is just way too OP for really anyone in the JJK universe.
Whoa, Gojo. Gojo would clap this version of Madara. Wait a minute.
But yeah, if you guys, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys like Jujutsu Kaisen content and you want to see more of that, go to his channel. Like I said, he makes amazing Jujutsu Kaisen content. I would definitely recommend it. And yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel also. And go watch some of my other videos if you would like that too.
Yes, hey guys, subscribe to him. He's got great Naruto content.
Alright, peace.
See you.